Welcome everyone to a new episode of the FIFA Academy. In this video I'm gonna show you some clips specifically on the defending. I'm gonna show you a match that I was playing myself in Ultimate Team, and I got some clips from me defending, and I got a few requests in the past for making a defending tutorial. So this is not a really defending tutorial, but more some examples for me defending, and I'm gonna explain why I'm making some choices that I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and you can see it in the game why that is working. I'm in Division 4 now in Ultimate Team. I'm just playing this for 1 month. In online seasons I'm in Division 1, so you know what my skill base is. And yeah, I'm not the best player in the world, I must say that. So if you are a really high skilled player, Division 1 player, maybe this is not the video for you. But if you are just a casual player that wants to improve his gameplay, maybe you can watch this, and hopefully you can learn something from this, and it will help you to become a better FIFA player. If you appreciate it, I will really appreciate it if you would leave a like under this video. If you learned something new, please leave that like for me. It will help my channel to grow a bit. And if you're new to the channel, you can also subscribe, of course, to find your way back really easy. If you put notifications on, you get a message when I'm uploading a new video. All right, let's start with the first situation. I'm losing the ball here with Coman. He's my right winger, and what I'm doing most of the times is trying to defend with my central midfielder or my central defensive midfielder. Depends a bit on the formation that I'm using. I'm playing in this match with the 4-2-3-1 small, so we're playing with 2 central defensive midfielders, and as you can see, Goretzka is one of them, and this guy Tonali is the other one. So when I'm losing the ball, I try to switch to one of them and try to defend with these guys. And why I'm doing that, you can see that later in the video. That is because the AI, when you are controlling a defender yourself, the AI is not doing anything with the central midfielders. So the midfielders of your opponent can attack, and your central defensive midfielders are doing nothing. So that is a pretty hard thing to control. If you are playing, if you are used to switch to your defenders immediately, you will get overrun 9 out of 10 times. So that's why I'm using most of the times my central defensive midfielders. And here you can see it. I'm using Goretzka. He's playing the ball around. When he's playing back, then I'm switching to my striker or to my central attacking midfielder. But in this case, here you can see it. This is Florenzi. He is the right defender. He was a bit out of possession. But why I'm not switching to my defenders most of the times is because they are lined up really good. If you have the good tactics, not too wide, just small, don't touch your defenders that much. They are pretty good lined up. Still, I'm having Florenzi over here, as you can see. He can pass it to here, but yeah, that is not the biggest danger. The biggest danger is this guy. So I try to catch up with Florenzi to this guy, so he can't pass to him, and he is deciding to pass it to the left side, and he's wasting it. So if we are going back a bit, if we are here, let's say for an example, most players will select this guy to put some pressure, but what you are doing then is put your defense out of possession. What Hernandez, is my left defender, will do, he will fill up the gap to this, or maybe Tapsoba, he's my other defender, will go this way. And what we have, if you see on the radar, here is a right winger for my opponent, here's a left winger. So when the defenders are going inside of the field to the middle of the field, these guys are really open, really free, and really easy targets for my opponent to reach with a good pass and to create a really good chance. So I decided to not select one of my defenders. I have Florenzi, who is a defender, but he was out of possession. I decided to run back as fast as I can. Hopefully my opponent, 9 out of 10 times, if we are playing in a bit higher division, they don't know what to do, and then they are going to make some mistakes. So if we're going to play this again, as you can see, Florenzi is walking back. He's trying to pass. The pass is not good, so that was a bit of luck for me. Tapsoba can intercept it and playing it forward. All right, then we're going to see the next clip. I'm trying here to catch up with Mbappe, but Mbappe is not really good in possession. So we are switching here to Goretzka, trying to catch up. And again, 9 out of 10 times, most players will select this guy. I think that's Upamecano, or maybe it's Tapsoba, I don't know. But as you can see, he is a bit out of possession, but not that much. Hernandez is cutting inside a bit, so this guy here is a bit of free, but he's on the side of the field, so not that big of a danger. So Hernandez is taking care of the middle and also a bit of that side. And on the left side, or on my right side, on his left side, I don't think he's going to pass it because he's facing that way. So we don't need to care about that side. So what I'm trying to do is catch up with Goretzka again, and hopefully, we are able to get the ball. And as you can see, the defenders are still lined up really good. My opponent decided to go back, so then everybody is in possession. I have 2 defensive midfielders, and then it's a bit harder. It's way harder for him to create a chance, and he doesn't know what to do. We can tackle the ball and we receive it back. All right, let's start to the next situation. My opponent is attacking here with Dembele, making some good combinations, trying to get a free man, but he's not able to do that. All right, let's go back a bit from the moment that I was losing the ball. Here we have it. All right, I'm trying in this situation. I'm not going to select one of my central defensive midfielders because he is already on his own half, and I select Müller in this case and try to cut the passing lanes, but I wasn't able to do it. So he's reaching his striker, and what most people will do is select the defender and put pressure. Oh, that's a bit too much. Put pressure on the striker, but in that case the defender is out of possession, and maybe he can do a 1-2, pass the ball to him. The player is going to make a run, he passes it back, and you're gone. So you have an easy chance against you. But if you are not selecting your defender, then he is not able to do that. If you are going to try to defend with your midfielders, it's way harder for him to make a pass or to get through your defense. So what I'm deciding to do is go back with Müller all the time. He is back in time. He is trying to make these combinations. And now I'm switching to the defender because this is a bit a harder situation, but he doesn't have a good pass and we can intercept it and going back. All right, next situation. Again, he is attacking, trying to go on the wings, and we defend it really well. That is another thing. It depends a bit on the opponent that you are facing. Some opponents are they all have other play styles, of course. That's what I'm trying to say. Some people are just passing the ball around, give through balls and create chances that way. That's a bit of my play style. Other players are really skillful players, try to do some tricks, try to do some skills, and get around your defender and create chances that way. This is some kind of situation when he was a really skillful player. What I'm doing all the time is selecting the player that is closest to the attacker, and what I do is jockey defending. Jockey defending, you're doing that with the L2 button on PlayStation, and what is it on the Xbox? Not the bumper, but the trigger, the left trigger, and then if you are holding that, you will jockey defending. And what I'm trying to do is not too close to the attacker, just keep it a bit between the 1 and 2 meters away from him, because if he's doing a trick and you are too close, you're not able to respond anymore and he is gone. If you have some space between and he's doing a trick, let's say he's going that way, then you have some time because there is some space between you and the player to react and go also that way. And if he's going that way, you also have some time to react and go that way as well. So if you are playing against a player that is really skillful, trying to do tricks all the time, try to do some jockey defending and don't defend too close to the attacker, and try to react on the side that he is going to. All right. Let's see what's happening. He's trying to do a trick here. We are able to respond on time, tackle it, and it's a throw-in for him. He is doing a throw-in to his striker, and again, he's passing to the striker. In this scenario, there is no time for me to select one of my defensive midfielders. So we are trying to catch up with the center back. Try to hold on that he is not going to shoot or whatever. And again, keep some distance, not too close to the attacker. Wait for him to make a decision. If he is making a decision to go this way, we have time to react to also go this way. And if he is going that way, that will be a better situation for us, because there we have our two central defensive midfielders. And if he's trying to pass, then we have some time to react as well. So that is what he is doing. He's passing it to his midfielder. I'm not switching too much if it's not necessary between my defenders, because if you are switching, it takes some time to make the switch. It also takes some time for the player to go the way that you want him to go. And this is time that you sometimes not have, because the attackers of your opponent are way faster. So now we are waiting for him to make a decision. He is making the decision to go this way. So that was the moment for me to decide to switch to my defender, to the other defender, because we have some time. And then we can react and try to get the ball back. He's trying to shoot. There is an automatic block. And we have the ball. Then again, he is trying to go for the cross, and that is also a situation that is happening a lot in FIFA. It's really overpowered. It's not maybe the best way to say it, but when you are attacking or your opponent is attacking this way, 9 out of 10 times they will give a driven pass to here, and then it's a goal 9 out of 10 times. I'm using that myself as well. A lot of times I'm scoring lots of goals that way. So we need to try to do not let that happen. So what I'm deciding to do, I'm a bit out of possession with Koeman here, because Koeman is not a really good defender. So maybe that's why it's taking some time to react. But what 9 out of 10 players will do is select this guy and then put some pressure on there. But then we have this player free, and there is also another player there. And you want as many defenders as you can in the box when your opponent is going to take this route, because I don't know what it is. The defensive AI, I need to say, is not that great, and it's a really easy way to score goals. So what I'm trying to do is catch up with Koeman. So there is an extra player here to cover up the space for that driven pass, and I'm able to catch up with Koeman, and we can tackle it. It is a corner, but that is not that's not really a big of a deal, of course. All right, the next situation, from a goal kick from my opponent. He's passing the ball around. Again, we are not switching to the defenders. Even if he is going to the side of the field, I'm still with Goretzka because Hernandez is there. If he is going to make a move, and I think the AI is not doing his job really good, we can still switch to there. But when I think, well, the AI is doing a great job, I'm still here with Goretzka, trying to figure out what my opponent is going to do. Always try to think one step ahead. Get in the mind of your opponent, especially when you are already in the first half that far. The first half is almost over. Then you should recognize what your opponent is going to do, because most opponents have some patterns, doing the same things all the time. And then you can guess what your opponent is going to do. So what we are trying to do is, with Goretzka, is trying to cover the space to the striker so he's not able to give a pass this way. So what I'm trying to do with Goretzka is fill up that gap and try to get the ball when he is passing it to the striker. Well, he's going to do that. We are not able to get it in one time, but he has the ball, the striker, but we are able to get the ball after he gets it, and we can set up an attack. Then really mistake. It's not really a mistake because I was trying to pass to Mbappe and Mbappe was making a run on that time. So it's a stupid fault maybe for me, but okay, we're losing the ball. And again, Tonali not switching to the defenders, just try to catch up with Tonali. Again, not switching at all. So the defenders are lined up perfectly. He can go into the box, try to do a trick, and then try to score a goal. But that was not the opponent that I was facing. So he was going back and try to make some combinations. Still with Tonali, try to figure out what he's going to do. And here it is. He's going to shoot. The AI did a great job. I'm trusting the AI on this moment because they were lined up really good. Automatic block from my defender. And the chance is gone. And the first half is over. All right, then we're going to the last situation. He's going on the right side to attack. And this is something that I wanted to see. There's sometimes the game decided, I don't know what it is, that you need a goal against, because I was already leading with 3-0, and I think the 3-0 is some kind of trigger for the game to help your opponent a bit. So my players are not reacting the way that I liked them to react, because this is the first situation 9 out of 10 times when it's 0-0 or when you're 1-0 leading, Hernandez will block this cross. He's not doing that. I don't know why, but he's not doing that. All right, then we're going to here. I need to switch to my center back because, as I already said, the central midfielders, central defensive midfielders, when they are controlled by the AI, are not doing really much. So they are not even close to one of the midfielders that was going to attack. So I need to switch to the center back. He has the first touch, and I try to tackle him immediately, but yeah, he's too late. I don't know what it is. He's able to shoot, and it's a goal. It's a really easy goal. So what I wanted to say with this clip is that you cannot perfect defend all the time, especially when you are leading. I think the AI is trying to help you. Look at this block. It's not even a block. The AI is helping your opponent to get back in the match, so the match is can go on, but yeah, normally he will stretch out his leg this way and he will block it, but for some reason he is not doing that, so my opponent is able to shoot and score a goal. So if you're getting a goal against, it's not always something that you can do about it. That is what I wanted to show you guys on the last clip in this video. All right, this was my advice for you. Hopefully, it will help you to defend better in FIFA. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this video and if it's helping you to defend better. If you think this is worthless, also let me know, so I know that I don't have to make these videos again, because I'm making these videos and trying to help you guys to get better on FIFA. Hopefully you will appreciate it, and if you didn't like the video and still appreciate this video, please leave that like for me. I will really appreciate that. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.